Looks like Teo's bodega was robbed. Hope I can help.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I could just fast travel. Oh well. There. Yoink. Anyway, what's up everybody? Back with more Spider-Man Miles Morales. As you can see, I got a new costume because I've been playing a little bit of the game off stream. Just to do some of the...
bodega was robbed. Hope I can help.
You know, just to do the...
I'm telling you, it was the underground...
extra stuff.
I'm so thankful you got to break.
Come on out, Spider-Man.
Hey, right here.
What? Not you. My cat. Named after the real Spider-Man. Bunch of jerks broke in here and robbed my place. Think they took Spider-Man too.
That's awful. You see where they went?
Overheard them say they're hitting the power substation. Couple blocks over.
I'll find them. And your cat.
Sure, kid. Guess it can't hurt.
Yeah, you're an idiot for naming your cat Spider-Man.
Should probably call Genki when I get there. Why would these dudes go to a power station?
They're villains, why not?
There's my way in.
This the hideouts, ain't it?
Genki, I need help. Some dudes robbed Teo's bodega, then headed to the closest power station.
Weird. You've got my full attention. Watching through your live stream.
I gotta remember how the...
They're shooting transformers? Okay.
Do I look like an electrician? Just keep shooting and cutting wires. Get the job done. Look for orders, macho man.
Knew I could do it.
You sure it'll knock out the whole block? Reasonably sure.
Okay.
Hey, if we
Up
knock
on the
out more
D-pad.
than one, it'll take the cops longer to catch on. You've never been part of a plan like this. That's because you've been working small time. This kind of work's got a long-term opportunity.
Another one bites the dust.
And I'm out of here.
I just wanted to be sure... Well, I was wanted to be sure, trying to remember what was the camouflage just in case things go south.
Hate just waiting around. Spider-Man's around here somewhere. What was that? Come on, he's around here somewhere.
Siesta time.
Night night.
This station's output is down to 64%. Maybe you can find a backup.
Good thinking on the backup systems. You're good at this hero stuff.
Nah, I'm just a spectator.
Just need to find Teo's cat. Spider-Man! Wait! Wait! Spider-Man went down the elevator shaft.
Right.
Got it! I'm coming for you, Spider-Man. Hang tight. Spider-Man, wait! Oh.
I think I know what these dudes want. There's a bank on this block. No power means no security.
So if we fix the power, we're preventing a bank heist?
Stopping crime before it begins. In a world where only two men can see the future, only they can stop it.
Alright, gotta focus.
Yeah. Funny.
Here, take
Finishing it now, Spider-Man! This yours? Around here! You wanna get through me? Back off, Spider-Kid!
Sounds like someone's paying them. Any idea who? What?
So, output's at 0.
I got that.
Pulling up emergency lights. Okay. You can restore power if you charge the other backups.
On it. Man, how many people does it take to bust a power station?
You bring up the emergency lights? I thought you did. Nah. Could be one of the station workers. Keep an eye.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Power's already out. Why we gotta keep cutting? To make sure it's done. Hey, what was that? Man, I should have gone to dental school. The bug
Yeah,
once you
darn.
get our cut, you can go to 7 dental schools. I don't know why the cops care about us. White-collar crime? That's the real hustle. Crap, we got a bug problem! Yo, I need a hand! Stay the hell out of our business, webhead! Hey, what was that?
Dadgummit.
Webs! The bug's gotta be here!
Gotcha.
Nap time, bro.
You got a death wish or something? I can help with that!
You know what?
Can't
I
hide
missed the
forever,
camouflage yet.
Spider-Man! I think I heard something. I got some webs! Spider-Man's here!
What's up? Who's your boss? Anybody I know?
What the hell's going on? I need a...
Seriously, who planned the bank robbery? Batter up! We need to find the backup systems. Okay, gotta push ahead. Find the main generator, and hope I can fix it. These guys keep talking about their boss. Any idea who it is?
Dude, a lot of people want to rob banks.
It was worth a try.
No, it
Here's the
wasn't.
main breaker. Gotta clear out these guys. Then I can figure out how to fix it.
Thinking about all my bad life choices. Stay sharp, boys. Someone's trying to undo our good work. Of course there is. Our boss has got too many enemies. Wait, yeah, but he beats them every time. Not all of them. Spider.
Sounds like whoever planned the
Another one
heist knows
bites the
Spider-Man.
dust.
And not in a good way.
Has to be the other one. I don't have that many enemies.
Yet.
Great optimism, bro.
You don't think Spider-Man's the one messing with us,
Siesta
right?
time.
Why would you jump to that? The boss hates him. I think Spider-Man hates him right back. Doesn't matter. We got a job. We'll finish it.
And up you go.
dental school.
You're done.
Once we get our cut, you can go to Hey, what was that?
And bye-bye.
Look out!
Forget this. Going in loud.
This yours?
Apparently.
Time to check the breaker.
Oops. I thought that was a breaker.
No
Never mind.
good. Board's not powered. Need a generator. Here we go. Generator's on. I don't think it's hooked up.
This one. I'll do it this way.
Connection solid. Power should be rerouted. Time to flip the breaker. Let there be...
Kitty, it's okay.
Spider-Man?
Good going, Big Mouth.
Don't you know it's rude to interrupt the bonding process? Going down, kid! You asked for this! Mind your own business, you little brat! I think that's enough! This is gonna hurt!
Tell me who planned the bank robbery. Give me the cat, and I'll let you go. Deal?
No deal! Don't let him leave here! Take all of us!
Seriously, guys? Give up your boss. I'll figure it out eventually.
Wait, that's not the boss?
You're smaller than the other guy! Get back down here! You're dead!
Lights out.
Nope. Night-night.
Now for the breaker. For real this time. Let's get out of here, Spider-Man. Hey, man. Power restored, bank heist stopped, Spider-Man the cat saved.
All in a day's great work. I'm posting in the FNSM app about these guys and their boss. Maybe we can get leads on who we're dealing with. Call you soon.
Of course, you can't do it. Can't do it one way. You got to do it the way the developers wanted you to do it. Can't do it your own
All good,
way.
kitty. Almost there. Almost there. Look out!
Oops. Not sorry.
Hey, Teo. Got a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah? What's that? Spider-Man! Oh! Did you have an adventure? Oh, you almost gave Daddy a heart attack. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did.
Gag.
Good work, other Spider-Man. Thanks.
Yeah. Of course. Hey, man. Any leads on who our cat thieves were working for?
I'm chasing down a couple of problems that might be connected. Robberies on Harlem's commercial strip, and something going down at Feast North. I'll post in the app when I know more.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
I'm gonna keep forgetting what the right buttons are. Gah. Enemies can no longer hear web strike takedowns while camouflage. Get damage from range attacks. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, you know what? I'm getting this one. Random power generation increases. That will drop. Alright, let's see if there's anything I can do collectibles wise. Well, I can't do anything about that yet. At least that's what I think. But yeah, as I said earlier, I have done most of the stuff like getting the collectibles and all that other yada yada. I didn't say I got all of them, just got a majority of them, so, you know. Yeah.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Get
Happy
moving. I
holidays.
got a step goal to hit.
What's supposed to be about Ujima?
Okay, that was a great way to start off the web swinging, you know.
What's the underground got going on here? Hey, it's not my fault I have 6 fingers.
You're done for! He's weak! He's on him!
Gotta be the last one. Thanks for the upgrade, Underground.
Great. Crime in progress. Why am I not surprised?
Oh, come on, guys! Right in the city?
Thanks for the lift, Neutralize Spider-Man!
All right.
Corporate kidnapping squad down.
All right, I have to go for this one, and then I can move on to the move on to the story. I actually like this costume. I think I'll keep this for the rest of the.
Changing the suit.
Because I can. You don't like it, then don't look. Oops. Wrong way.
I'm sure the underground is hanging around here for totally normal, non-criminal reasons.
Yeah. Okay, below. Of course. Of course.
Got another crime report. Weapons deal.
Seriously, while I'm in the middle.
That is one shady-looking weapons.
Good old Norm. Don't let him leave! He saw everything!
Sorry, Spider-Man frowned on unauthorized arm dealings.
Hologram! The hell? You're dead!
Alright.
This is not how we planned it!
Let that be a lesson. Just don't do it again. Cool? Cops will deal with this. Wonder if this is how Dad felt after his case.
You here for the crate, Spider-Man? Well, you're not gonna take it! Come in! Get
You said I wasn't going to take the crate. Well, you're wrong. Thanks.
Maybe I should leave a thank you note. Nah.
Nah. Who would bother using thank you notes at a time like this anyway? Yeah, I guess I'll take this one.
Happy Hanukkah!
You don't mind, right?
Oh, I should have taken a damn subway.
What's good?
Where's all my
Yeah, no. I regret that.
Must be Spider-Man.
Time for some story. Okay.
Shop's all boarded up. Sad to see it like this. I should find a low-profile way in. Don't want to draw attention.
In broad daylight. Too late on that.
Hello? Man, this place is dusty. No one's been here in a while. Rick's ESU textbooks. He took night classes so he could keep running the shop during the day. Guy was unstoppable. Someone left the lights on.
Oh gee, I wonder who it is.
Roxxon ID for Ella Sterling. But the photo is of Finn. Finn was working with someone to break into Roxxon.
Anything else?
The team that created Nuform all got sick. Wait. Rick was project lead? Someone bricked this up recently.
And I got a feeling that we're gonna be having a very interesting boss battle. Of course, I could be wrong.
Some kind of meds. GCSF. Used for treating bone marrow decay. Whose was this?
I was expecting something to just crash through the wall the moment I get close to it. Okay, I guess I do have to interact with the wall, but... okay, maybe not.
Venom Punch might get me past this brick.
Oh, I didn't know I could...
Okay, this is a secret room.
Never mind. Didn't know that's all I had to do. I thought I had to investigate another section of the room or not. But no.
Finn must have designed all the Underground's gear. Funny how we both started wearing masks. Video file from 6 months ago.
Running a test upload.
Half my team is sick, but Krieger still want him in his new form. We need to do this tonight.
Let me. You sure we're ready?
We have to be. They broke ground in Harlem today, ahead of schedule.
Poisoning the city to make a buck.
They keep cutting corners, ignoring safety reports. I can't let them pervert my work like this, Finn.
Okay, first we flush the core, then we wipe all data. You're sure they can't just make more of this stuff?
No. No, as long as we take out the backup supply in Jersey too. But without me, they'll have no idea how Nuform works. Project will be DOA.
I'll record us. Things go wrong, video uploads straight to the Bugle.
Perfect. You ready to save New York?
Ready.
There's a second video.
Damn it. No uploads. Phone must have been damaged. I won't let tonight be for nothing. I promise, Rick.
They were trying to shut the Nuform project down. But something went wrong. Last known location of her phone. If I can track it. Come on, come on. Be invisible, be invisible. Come on.
He's here! Don't let him leave!
You can smoke?
Straight up vanishing really freaked these guys out. Can't stealth these guys till they calm down. They're too alert.
Don't let Spider-Man near the computer!
Mom keeps talking about him. Must have tripped a silent alarm or something. Bet you didn't see that coming.
You can't take down all of us!
Alyssa, you there? Alyssa? Someone check in on her. Got it. I'll check it out.
Lost sight of him!
You have no idea who you're messing with!
Watch out for spiders, man.
He's here!
More friends joining the fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, you should be. You should be scared.
What the heck? I'll win!
Another win for Spider-Man.
One second, spare, and the next
Monique, how's it look? Mo's not responding. Someone check on her.
Okay, take it slow. I can get the drop on these guys if I let them relax first.
How nice for all four enemies to huddle together.
Guys, there's webbing over here! Here! We'll find you! heard a noise. Guys, there's webbing over here!
Dadgummit.
Give me a hand! You'll never jump the underground, Spider-Man!
This is gonna be tricky and annoying. But mostly annoying. Dadgummit.
Give up now or you'll regret you did it! Hang on.
Siesta time.
The hell was here? Is it a prank? Heads up! The spider's here! You don't see him?
Another one bites it. Okay,
There we go.
back to that computer. If I can find Finn's phone, maybe I can understand what happened to Rick and why she became the Tinkerer. There, got a location.
Sorry for talking during that cutscene.
I should call Genki. Fill him in.
Hey, did you find anything in Finn's shop?
Yeah. I know why she's doing all this. Something happened to her brother. Something bad.
Man,
Rick was working at Roxxon. He was their lead scientist on Newform.
whoa.
And it looks like Newform was making him sick.
Simon Krieger's been telling everyone how safe it is.
He's lying. Finn and her brother tried to shut down the prototype reactor. Prevent...
Okay, sorry about this. I just want to do a quick upgrade.
Further development.
What happened?
I don't know. Yet. Finn recorded the whole thing on her phone. But then she lost it inside the lab. I'm on my way to get it.
Listen, I'm right here. Call if you need me.
Will do. Need to keep that beast driver safe from those robbers.
Careful! They called backup!
Of course they did.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this! Leave them out! Supplies! Grab the supplies! Open the hell up! I'm not gonna ask again! I'm gonna break you! I'm gonna knock you out! He's spinning us off! Step it up! Spider-Man can't save you! Only opening this door can! Marshall, run! Stay harder! Freak! No! Get off!
What are you doing? Ah, wrong person.
No way in hell I'm letting you in. Stop him! Who cares about the police? I'll make this simple. You want to live? Open the damn door! Shoot him!
They're done. It's all good.
Thank you.
Thieves are targeting Harlem businesses.
You get back to swinging around.
Might be the same guys who went after Teos.
We're the PDNY, not a Spider-Man cleanup crew.
Eh, shut up. Doesn't matter how you look at it. You still suck at catching criminals. And Spider-Man does a way better job than you. And for those of you wondering why I'm not playing
Thieves are targeting Harlem businesses. Might be the same guys who went after Teos.
As I was saying, for those of you who wondering why there aren't any podcast playing, it's because I turned them off. Just don't care for them.
Spider-Man, hey, I'm Caleb. Good to meet you. Saw your mural at Teos.
Oh, that's the other guy. But I'm still here to help.
Every business on this block's had inventory stolen over the last few weeks. Paper products, kits, sanitizers. We're all local. We can't swallow a loss like that.
Did you report it?
Sure, but no one's taking us seriously. Camila, she runs the restaurant next door. Decided to look into it herself. Went down to the shipping center that supplies all of us.
I'll meet her there. See if I can help.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Good to have you looking out for us.
I just realized. I hope there isn't going to be a segment.
Hey, Genki. I'm looking into some robberies on Harlem's main strip. Caleb's Clean Cuts and Panafuerte.
Oh, I love Panafuerte. Did you try the arepas?
I can't eat before I do intense superheroing. It's kind of like pool rules.
Right, totally. So, what's the plan?
Track down the stolen inventory, find out who did it, see if it's connected to the guys who robbed Teo's bodega.
Sounds good. I'm on call for tech, map, and thinking through problem support.
Okay, wrong way, by the way. I was about to say, I hope there isn't a segment like in the last game where you play as MJ that I have to do some sneaking around as Genki. Because I don't want to do any more Metal Gear Solid-esque missions in Spider-Man. I mean, who else
That's the
involves?
shipping center that supplies Caleb's block. Cops? What's going on?
Witness said a woman was stuffed in a trunk after arguing with some ex-con types. We got an ID?
From an Oscorp cam. Camila Vasquez owns Panafuerte in Harlem.
Oh my god. They kidnapped Camila. I had to try and find her, but cops won't like me interfering. Maybe if I get a look at the clues. Dude's in the way.
I haven't... Why? Hate this neighborhood.
Maybe you're
I'm
retired.
seeing things.
Yes.
New York in the hands.
Now I can get a look at that clue. Jacket from David's Complete Auto Repair. Someone dropped it when they peeled out. Hey, you know where I could find David's Complete Auto Repair?
There's 12 of them in Manhattan.
Need to narrow it down.
Anything turned up?
Hard to tell what's important and what's trash.
Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, don't want to do any Metal Gear Solid-esque missions unless it involves Spider-Man doing, you know, stealth kills like, you know, Noir Spider-Man and Shattered Dimensions. Okay, next is...
We're always short-staffed around the holidays. Someone's got to volunteer.
And you're the only one with...
You can say it. Without a family.
Sorry.
Camila definitely fought back. Need to figure out where they took her.
This new spider apparently fixed the trains. That's what the locals are saying.
Well, at least he's doing some good, I guess.
Parking garage receipt. Chinatown. Is there a David's Complete Auto Repair in Chinatown?
Yep. Sending you the address.
What do you mean, at least Spider-Man's doing something good around here? At
Radio
least?
from Chinatown. Woman matching our Vic's description. Seen in an alley. Let's move.
Hey, Spider-Man. Any leads on our inventory?
Yeah. The guys who stole it, I think Camila caught them in the act. They kidnapped her.
What? You're sure?
Positive. I'm on my way to help her.
Good thing you came by when you did, Spider-Man. Thank you.
I completely lost my train of thought because of the darn conversation. I just didn't want to, you know, talk while the in-game characters are talking. So I want to show at least a modicum of respect when it comes to, you know, providing commentary as well as gameplay in my videos / streams.
Get the hell away from me! Cops! Everybody go!
Sorry.
No,
Hit my mic.
Just let Camila go.
Am I seeing this right? Camila's in that car?
Yes.
That's speeding through Manhattan? Dangerously close to crashing?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Why are you asking such dumb questions when you should already know the answer to that? And you're supposed to be the smart one. Genki, you're an idiot.
Camila, please be safe.
Of course, I blame the writing. I blame the writer who gave him those lines.
Gotta keep up.
Hard to do that when this stupid thing keeps turning the way it does.
Please be okay, Camila.
Got it.
Camila, you okay in there?
Bye-bye. What? It just
need to get that trunk open.
Help me!
Are you okay, ma'am?
Spider-Man, I didn't expect you to. But those men...
It's okay now. You're safe.
Those men were paid to steal our inventory. Drive us out of business. They're holding it at the docks on FDR, near the bridge.
I'll get your stuff back. Do you need help getting home?
No. I can call a cab. Gracias. You saved my life, sir.
Yankee, Camila's safe. She caught those guys stealing inventory. Said someone paid them to do it.
About that, I did some digging. Someone anonymously filed a request with the city to use eminent domain powers and condemn Camila and Caleb's block.
has to be the guy paying our criminals, right? So he can move in?
Totally. I put in a counter request asking for an investigation into whoever's trying to buy the land.
Dude, you're a genius. I'm headed to the docks to get the supplies back. Call you soon.
Genius, yeah, okay, sure. And yeah, he was asking him, is that Camilla in that car that's speeding like it's about to crash at any moment?
Crates. Crates. More crates. Where'd they hide the supplies? Bet those guys know. If I listen in, I can figure out which crate to open. Can't let them see me.
What do you think he's gonna build on the land? Apartments, maybe. Office space? Gonna run drugs out of them? Probably. Good way to make money quick.
Not in my neighborhood, it's not.
You hear the boss wants to shut down Feast?
The main one or the one in Harlem?
All of them. Bet he buys the land there, too.
What? Oh, you do not mess with Feast. These guys aren't helpful. Need to eavesdrop somewhere else.
What are you planning to do with that stuff? Barber shears? Napkin holders?
Probably dump it. You can get started if you want. Green crate with the white star.
Got it. Now I can take these guys down.
Finally. Time for some stealth takedowns. Whoops. At least the camouflage has its greatest use. It's like I'm playing a Batman Beyond game. Back when Terry McGinnis, my bad. Terry McGinnis had the Batman suit with the cloaking. I don't know why I said Terry Crews. That was just borderline random. Ah, crud. Oh, come on. Why'd you have to... Night, night. Great, now all of a sudden all I can think about is what it'd be like if Terry Crews was Spider-Man. That'd be weird. Funny, but weird. Trying to find the right moment. There we go. Come on, and gotcha. Yink. And night-night. I just realized there's one of them over there. What? Dude, really? Where's the other one at? Right there. Bye-bye. And lastly, the knockout.
Harlem 1. Alpha guys working for mystery boss? 0. Now to find the goods. Green container, white star. Need a green container, white star.
Green container, white star. Great. Wait, was it this? Well, just to be on the safe side, I just want to see what's in it. Okay. I just want to see what was in there. I'm just gonna destroy everything in sight. I don't care.
Green container, white star. Green container, white star.
Was I
the
really?
Right box. Just gotta open it. Blocked by other crates. Could use that crane. There's a pulley up top.
Oh, decking it.
Got it. Now to get that inventory out of the crate. For real? More of you? Your boss gave you rocket launchers? This guy's serious. I'm not letting you guys run a bunch of nice people out of business. Why you gotta shut down a barbershop? We need those.
And bye-bye.
This is it. All the stolen supplies. Hey, Caleb. Found your inventory. Bring a few trucks down to the docks, and I'll help you move it back.
We were ready to file for bankruptcy and close our doors for good. Because of you, we're back on our feet. Thank you. 1,000 times. Thank you. You ever need a haircut, drop by. It's on the house.
How would that work with the mask?
I've seen stranger.
Oye, you need food too. You're a growing boy. Mira, come by Panafuerte anytime. We'll wrap up something nice for you, okay?
Appreciate it, both of you.
Everyone on the block feels the same. You've done us good, Spider-Man.
Doing good work out there, Spider-Man.
With your help. Any leads on our mystery guy?
Yeah, I'm working on a short list. So far I've got Vulture, Scorpion, Tombstone. Don't think Electro could pull off something like this.
That's a lot of big names. But we'll deal. I want him out of our neighborhood.
Aw, it's the first time you've called it ours.
Don't make it weird.
Too late.
Ganke, just shut up. Please. For the love of all things. Shush it. Goody. Well.
Feast North is shut down. Man, it's way too cold for people to be out on the street. I should go as Miles. Figure out what's going on at Feast.
Why did you have to refer yourself as third person? You could have just said I should just go as me and not Spider-Man. Hello? Okay.
Hey, Ganke. I'm gonna talk to Gloria about Feast. As me, not Spider-Man.
Undercover by not being undercover. I like it.
Hey, Gloria. What's going on? Why is everyone outside?
A pipe burst. We cleaned it up, but the city won't let us reopen till the plumbing's fixed. I've had it repaired 3 times, but it keeps breaking down.
Can you send people to other Feast shelters?
They're at capacity. Everyone here, they've got nowhere else to go. We're trying to keep people warm and fed, but in this weather...
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, actually. Could you check on the people camped in the park? They don't always open up to management.
Happy to.
Then get back to your vacation. You work too hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to figure out what happened with the water. Maybe someone here knows.
I was done with this when I came to Feast.
Not a fan of camping?
Like it fine, and I've got a...
I'll get that.
Thank you. I'm Steph, Gloria's girlfriend. I'm volunteering at Feast. Or what's left of it.
Yeah. Gloria said the city won't reopen the building.
They're being unusually stubborn. And they showed up so fast to condemn us, less than an hour after the flood. I sound like I should be wearing a tinfoil hat, huh?
No, that's weird.
Well, listen. Thanks for your help.
Okay, suspicious. I should keep talking to people. Maybe I can fix this.
Who else I can talk to?
Blankets.
Here, I got you.
Thanks, man. Trying to keep this stuff dry. I was so worried we'd get robbed, and then the flood happened. I even bought a knife.
Why did you think that?
Caught some guys casing the place. Chased them off, but they just came back. Then they up and disappeared right before the flood.
Huh. Well, let me know if you need anything else. Be careful with that knife.
Can do. Thanks.
You know he's not.
You didn't tell me that about us getting cased.
Ah. Here we are.
With the flood? Pipes are old and...
Hey there. Did I overhear you talking about someone from the city?
Yeah. About a month ago. Shelter put in a new water heater. Inspector came by. He said we were in good shape. Then all this went down.
Yeah. You'd think you'd catch that. I gotta run. Stay warm.
You too.
Hey, you busy?
Working on Speed Nonagon. What'd you find?
Guys were casing Feast right before it flooded. The city swooped in like suspiciously fast to condemn the building, and an inspector said the pipes were fine right before one burst.
You think sabotage?
Definitely. I need to change into my suit.
I was at the other shelter for a while.
I should change. Gloria said the city will reopen the shelter if the pipes are fixed. Let's see if I can pull it off. Leads to a storm drain.
Sorry, not really.
Clogged by, trash. No wonder the pipe burst. Cleared the trash. I don't think the water's running.
Oh, I know how to fix it. You gotta find the pump station.
How do you know that?
I did a clean up the rivers project in 4th grade.
So they're sparkling clean now?
Well, cleaner. Do not go in the Hudson.
With any luck, we might get a Spider-Gwen video game. That would be nice. They exactly like like this and the
Almost there.
previous Spider-Man game.
Genki. These are definitely the guys I fought at the power station.
Okay, I get the bank heist and the power station, but why mess with Feast?
Let's find out.
You think he'll start running protection again?
Once he's settled in, sure. Needs to have a good grip on this place first.
Hey, ain't that why we're here?
Oh, that was rich. Weird how they didn't suspect anything yet. Didn't suspect anything at all. That's concerning. Yeah, well.
Lights out for you.
Yoink. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Oh well.
Where are these things coming from?
Oh well.
You gotta turn on the pump.
Not exactly.
Hey, clean up the rivers guy. Pump's pressure is in the red.
Looks like they messed with the valves. You'll have to reset them individually before you can turn on the pump.
Did you hear those guys? Their boss wants to run crime in Harlem. Drugs, protection.
Can't people just visit for the food and museums and not make a mess? Non-Spider-Man related question. Have you started Jane Eyre for Miss Maller's class?
I haven't done any homework since school let out.
It's wild. I just finished this wedding scene. Can't put it down.
Are you? Hold that thought. Behind trash. Cool. Ah, no, cold. Blech. One valve down, 2 to go. I'm back. We were talking about winter break reading?
Yep, nope, I'm here. You have my undivided attention. As soon as I finish this chapter. 5 minutes.
Dude. This one's got a pressure meter. Probably means it's old. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I gotta web it. Need the water pressure right in the middle, or it could rupture the pipes again.
Come on.
Still in the red.
Come on.
No! Water pressure's too high.
So how am I supposed to... Can you just turn it down?
Need to wait for it to drop. Need to wet the pipe.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like, can you turn it the other way, please, instead of just...
Still too high.
Oh, I see now. Dang, I'm so dumb. The simplest of puzzles, and I'm just acting like a complete moron.
That's two. One more, and I can turn the water back on.
I really need to start paying attention. Sorry, guys. Didn't realize I had to, it was a waiting type of whatever.
These guys are everywhere. Hey guys, want to tell me who your boss is? No? Okay, fine. This is why we don't mess with shelters. If you all left Harlem alone, I leave you alone. Maybe. Got him! You could always run. Now for the pressure valve.
Ugh. Thought I had to web it up then.
Should be fixed. Need to turn on the water at the pump station. Hey, Genki. Can you call the city? Get them to send someone to Feast North and declare it uncondemned.
One official sounding call from a high school student pretending to be an adult coming up.
What? return of the Goon Squad. Need to get rid of these guys. Knew I could do it. Easier than I thought. Wish it was always this easy. It looks so peaceful knocked out.
Whew. That was close. Didn't realize there was a guy there. Correction, there was a guy there. I love doing that. Bye-bye.
Gotta be quicker than that.
And night-night.
Hey man, I just overheard. Their boss is in the raft.
Whoa. Right side? Maybe we can cut off however he's communicating with people on the outside. I'll look into it.
Now we gotta turn on the water. Water coming on. Now.
Great timing. City Inspector just got the feast. Should be able to reopen soon.
Cool. I'm gonna head there. Make sure Gloria's got everything she needs.
So, reasons for the boss of this whole shady operation to go after Feast. 1. Land it's on? Prime real estate. 2. Having a shelter in Harlem reduces crime, like, a lot.
And if he wants to be a crime boss, he actually needs crime to boss around.
Exactly. But we stopped him. Go to...
Hey there.
Oh, Spider-Man. Hi. Always happy to meet one of you guys.
Oh, yeah, listen, I was fixing the water system and I noticed your shelter was affected. Should be fixed now, though.
That was you? Inspector just came by, said we're good to open.
Everyone can go inside.
Ah, Spider-Man, you've got perfect timing. Don't know how much longer we would have held out. Thank you.
Hey, Gloria, it's Miles. I heard Feast North is open again.
We had a little help from Spider-Man, if you can believe it. Thanks for stopping by. People in the park said you helped a lot.
Happy to.
Now get back to your winter break. We'll see you when school starts back up.
All right. Bye.
Hey, I've been talking to a local street artist named Haley. She has a lead on where this whole bad guy Harlem takeover operation is set up.
That's awesome. Where can I find her?
She's super busy helping plan the King's Day parade, but I'll post in the app as soon as she's free. Oh, and how strong is your ASL? She's deaf.
I'm conversing. I got an A- last semester.
Cool. Talk later.
And suit. Nah. Miles Morales 2099. A little reference from Shattered Dimensions / Edge of Time, perhaps? Brooklyn Visions Academy. Cowl. I'm not a fan of that one. I'll get the $20.99. Why not? Sticking with the strike suit. Let's see. Huh, could use that. See if that's all the activities. Okay. That's all of that. That's all the crimes. Alright, well, nothing to do now but to do the story, I guess.
I want to say it is a damn good thing we have the new Spider-Man. It was kidnapped. Before...
Yeah, whatever.
Roxxon Research Labs. This is where the whole Nuform project got started. Finn's phone's in there somewhere. And I think I just found my way in. That vent has high voltage shielding. Wonder what powers it. Gotta disable it somehow.
Am I allowed to take these guys out, or do I have to do it without harming anybody? Oh. I guess I'm allowed to harm him then. Good. Good. Why are you following him, you idiot? Oh well. Never mind. That works. And bye-bye.
Okay. Now to get into the building. I can charge things up. Wonder if I can power things down, too. Absorbing energy fried the generator. I can't believe that actually worked. And I'm in.
There we are.
Breaking into a lab full of armed guards. Christmas break sure is different this year. I should be at home, taking naps, playing a ton of video games, and eating like 100 Christmas cookies. Which way? Wait, that is going a circle. The guy who installed that was clearly padding his resume. Tracker said the phone was pretty far below ground level. Uh-oh.
Got a report of a breach through the outer exhaust system. If it's underground, kill them. Spider-Man or Tinkerer, detain them.
Understood, sir. We need backup. Hey, kid.
What's so funny?
Damn, Miles. For a skinny-ass kid, you hit hard.
Uncle Aaron? You're the Prowler? My dad had a foul on you.
I know. And I bet you got a lot of questions right now. But we need to get out of here. You picked the wrong place to break into.
I'm not leaving till I find what I came for.
Listen, I did some work for Roxxon a while back. You don't want to mess with these guys. If we get caught in here...
Then help me.
Stubborn as your father. Alright, but we do this my way. I know a place I can access a security terminal. Let you know what's coming. Remote mines. Use them if you get in a jam. Don't get caught. See that vent with the laser shielding?
How'd you do that?
I've worked with systems like this before. Now focus.
Looks like a good time to try out those remote mines.
What's going on with the camera? More power outages?
So what is it you're looking for?
A phone. I tracked the signal. It's coming from somewhere deep underground.
Lowest point in the building is at the bottom of the reactor silo.
Then that's where I'm headed.
Okay,
Should
quick
be
question.
a vent in that room. Leads to a lab, then the reactor.
Like a new form reactor?
It's what these schematics say. Yeah.
A quick question. When did he get in the building? Was he following me the whole time?
Hey, where's the new form I asked for?
We're trying to make more, but Mason didn't leave behind any notes.
And?
Well, I had heard that one canister of new form survived the incident on the bridge. Now, if we had access to that,
Don't you think that if I had it, I would give it to you?
Yes, Mr. Krieger. I just want to make it clear that without that canister, it will be impossible to hit the deadline.
I'm doing everything in my considerable power to find that canister. However, right now, it would help me for you to go back to your lab and do your damn job.
Krieger's on a deadline.
So you gonna tell me whose phone you're looking for?
Tinkerers. You gonna tell me why you're stalking me?
To protect you. You should feel honored. I came out of retirement to watch your back.
Can't believe my uncle's the Prowler.
And I can't believe my nephew's risking his neck for a phone. Let's get on with it. You're close to the reactor prototype. Need to take these guys out.
Crap. That's right. And gotcha. Wait. And wait.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Silo's just on the other side of that blast shield. Use that terminal to open it up.
Wait a sec. There's more labs around the city? With a Nuform reactor in each one. Nuform made Rick sick. I need to shut these down.
Focus. Get the phone and get out of there. Reactors below. Powers this whole facility.
Phone's all the way at the bottom. It looks like I need to figure out a way past that fan. And all those guys, too.
Remember what I said. Don't get caught.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, you know. I don't want to risk doing this, but I definitely did want to risk doing that.
Just calling to make sure you're not hurt, or, you know, dead.
Thanks. Actually, got my uncle here helping me.
The subway worker guy?
Yeah. Turns out, he's also the Prowler. Long story.
Wait, the Prowler? The thief who runs around in purple?
Former thief. We're not partnering. It's just a one-time thing.
Your uncle's the Prowler. That's a lot, man. Like, a lot.
No. I gotta go, Genki. I'll fill you in later.
Yeah, you picked a really dumb time to call, don't you think? Alright. Gotta be very methodical about this. Which is easier said than done. Wasn't methodical enough. make sure. Dead safe, so.
Be quick about this, nephew. I'm trying to shut down cameras and alarms to keep more of them from coming. Break the wires above the fan and it should stop.
Thanks. Gotta disable that fan somehow. Here's the fan controls. Now for the wires. Nice. Battery needs a charge. Please don't explode.
Is this a good time to do that now?
Nice. Okay. Camera, video. Here it is.
Why would you leave your phone here? Listen to this.
Core dump's a two-person job. You start to override here, I confirm it there. Step 1 in wiping Nuform from existence.
Any regret? Destroying the thing you made?
You've seen me lately, right? Let's make the world safer.
Ready?
Ready.
Triggering override in 3, 2...
Man.
That wasn't me!
Industrial sabotage, Rick? Really? No one's gonna care about a few sick people uptown or a dead engineer. You're just the cost of doing business.
No! No, no, no!
I can stop it! I can stop this!
No! Rick! Rick, no!
No! Ben! No, look!
Someone else is in there. Find out.
Rick was trying to save people. And Krieger killed them. I have to finish what they started. Uncle Aaron, can you unlock the reactor shooting from where you are?
Why? You got your phone. Now let's leave.
That reactor killed my friend. It needs to be shut down. Permanently. I need your help, Unc. Please. Uncle Aaron?
Okay. Stand back.
Thanks, Unc. Whoa. Just like the generator outside! Only huge!
What are you doing? Mom, alright? You gotta get out of there, man. Can you move?
Yeah.
Go down that hallway. Now!
I feel real bad right now. It's like it's tearing me. I can't hold the energy.
Mom, talk to me, kid. You alright?
I feel like I just got dropped out of a plane. But at least the reactor's disabled.
You're almost out.
I really needed that phone. Now what am I gonna do?
Come on, kid. I can't get to you before Roxxon does.
Oh, goody.
Stand down! We're taking you into custody!
Shield people. Oh, great.
They got orders to capture you.
Why? What do they want?
Study you. Interrogate you. Don't know, don't care. Just don't let them.
Target is engaging! Got him sighted!
out of there.
Got it.
Weapons all over me!
Got hands? Catch!
Let's go, before more of them show up.
Whoa. That was super cool cloaking tech. How does it work?
You take the left, I'll take the right.
Oh, this ought to be good.
This is bad, Miles. Real bad.
Don't worry, we can take these guys.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about after we get out of here. We're both on free control of this now. You're mine now. Put down your weapons.
Batter up. Not hard to do.
Alright, who's the governor now?
What does that matter?
You'll see. Just keep fighting.
Nice shot. Heads up. Target is airborne. I'm taking care of it.
Okay, train's almost here. Get ready. Through the hole, hurry. Go, now.
You need to lay low. Don't trust anybody, and don't take off that mask. Wait till Roxxon finds a better target.
I can't lay low. I still need to find Finn.
Your friend's the Tinkerer. No wonder you care so much about this.
It's not just that. Protecting New York is my job.
Use Finn. Tell her you want to join the underground.
You just told me don't take off the mask.
Don't tell her you're Spider-Man. Go to her as a friend.
No, she's too smart for that.
You'd be surprised. People get stupid when they care about someone. Like you're being stupid now.
If I told her the truth...
I told your dad the truth. Thought he had my back. Hoped he would. And my brother know. Instead, he cut me out. If I kept my mouth shut, maybe I'd still have a family. You know what you have to do.
Okay, I should call Finn. No. I've got time to check on the city. Yeah.
Level 12. Sure, why not? That works. Smash this area effect. Or ammo maximum. Oh, of course. What more camouflage?
Miles, you know how many followers you've gained since the app went live? It's crazy. And I've been running some numbers, and I know you said no to ads before, but maybe we could reconsider.
No.
Did you hear the way he said no? He's like, you crazy?
Convicts from the prison convoy are holding up a store. Dang. Thought I got all those guys.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
That looks like a robbery by some rat prisoners.
Spider-Man! Damn it! Thought we'd seen the last of him!
Time to rejoin your friends on the island prison, my guy.
Is he still here?
Really? Really?
Pain train, pulling in! Eat left!
Gonna be cleaning up escaped convicts for a minute, methinks.
Because of you, I'll see my family. Thank you.
Methinks. I think I'll do... Ah, crap, I can't even see anything on the... Oh, no, never mind. Sailing takedowns, 5 finishers. I'll just do this one base, and then I'll call it quits.
Miles, you know how many followers you've gained since the app went live? It's crazy. And I've been running some numbers, and I know you said no to ads before, but maybe we could reconsider.
No.
Right. No, of course not. Just saying. So did you find Finn's phone?
Yeah, got it. Down there. I'm here.
And I'm on their network. I can see what you see and all the wiring in the lab.
Nice. Let's shut this place down. Door's locked and reinforced.
I can unlock it if you power it up.
Did that do it?
Yep, and I got it unlocked.
There's a new form reactor powering this place. Just gotta drain it.
You should be able to find it on the ground floor. Straight ahead.
You see the latest quarterly report? I don't read that stuff, and I don't know why you do. I want evidence, because the new form, you know, makes me sick. I've read about Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island. It's not that different.
Now, I wouldn't say that when I was on duty if I were you.
Comms check, RX-57. No response. Requesting check on his position. Copy that. En route now.
And gotcha.
Knew I could do it.
That's probably just gonna be like the old game. Once I do enough takedowns.
They'll stop complaining. Check on Bravo Team and see what's the problem.
The problem is your nasty new form reactor. The solution is me wrecking it.
Hey man, found some heavily redacted but still legible files.
Nothing you can use to expose them, right?
Nope. It's a bunch of tests confirming Nuform gets explosive when exposed to electricity.
Like my venom.
Like any stray spark. I mean, it makes gasoline look like lemonade. That simile worked better in my head.
I got it. Once again, Nuform's way more dangerous than Roxxon wants to admit.
Goody, goody, goody. I got a shot too. Alright, listen.
Cleared off the guards. Now for the reactor.
I don't know if making you sick is worth it.
I have to. I gotta stop them from making more Nuform. Not that bad.
Security shutters are open. That's your way out of here.
Probably worth looking around here.
Dear Roxxon employees, as thanks for your hard work, we put together a little gift package to get ready to look cool in some killer Roxxon swag. Oh, when do you guys see these sunglasses? We got tickets to our holiday gala and, you've been waiting for it, complimentary enrollment into our coaching program. Boom. Hey, maybe I'll see you in class. Remember, we're here for you.
Yeah, we're here for you. Unless Nuform wrecks you. That guy's the worst.
Can you imagine telling yourself a year ago that we'd be taking down an evil energy company together?
Honestly, no.
We've gone from making batteries and chemistry to you becoming a human battery.
It's wild, dude. Can't wait to see where we go from here. Okay, I gotta do it. Call Finn, get her to let me in the underground.
Hey, Miles. You okay?
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Oh, I saw the news about your mom's rally.
We're fine. Do you have time to get coffee, maybe?
I can make time. There's a place on Edison, near Fisk Tower. They don't do foam art, but people don't take pictures of their lattes, so worth it.
Okay, meet you there. Okay, halfway into infiltrating a dangerous group of criminals. Cool.
And I was gonna stop, but no. Apparently, dumb crime at a time like this. Oh, I thought it was one of those car ones.
Oh, come on, guys! Right in the city?
Either one, we're clear.
You have orders! Engaging Spider-Man!
Engaging Spider-Man!
Engaging Spider Oof? I thought it was Spider-Man, not Spider Oof. Night. Okay, listen. Get out of here.
Yeah, what now, Roxxon?
As I was saying before that nonsense started. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? Just go for the next upgrade. Go ahead and leave it here for the time being. So, not a bad way to make progress. So I think that Miles' uncle is the so-called Prowler, which is unexpected, but not completely surprising. But anyway, until next time, bye-bye now.